Yes, yes, bless up. Your main man, A Gay, in the house right now. So, firstly, yeah, big up to my Illuminati dons and BLM in it. Yeah, remember, don't buy from their shops, bloods in it. So make sure you subscribe to my top boy, the Triple B right here, and like the video in it. And stay humble. Don't let success get to your head or failure get to your heart. In it. Peace.
Yes, hello, Wagwan. So, yeah, I was flicking through looking at the papers online. I said the papers, the mainstream liars online, the shite papers, yeah. And this one is especially poor. The Sun, which in England or the UK we call it scum because they're liars, man. Well, they all are, but this one is especially poor and stitching people's up lives and just making stuff up, just printing anything. They don't even sell this paper. It's actually the best-selling paper in the UK, but they don't sell it in Liverpool because they printed something about Liverpool fans being like thieves and peeing. And when it was a big disaster, what was it called? I can't remember now. Anyway, yeah, they did, but actually, it wasn't just the scum that printed it. All the mainstream papers did because it came from a police report, but they decided to. Not read the scum, but it is a terrible paper anyway, and this will illustrate it. So I saw this article, right, which is about Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller is in the UK sparring Tyson Fury, which is a great choice of sparring partner if you ask me for Tyson. He's big and strong, Jarrell. I think he's a similar height than White. There are no rumours about him having a batty relationship, unlike White, but there you go. Can't have everything. And Jarrell Miller, and oh, by the way, yeah, obviously Adam Silver's got really upset and pretended to be disgusted that Miller was allowed, to come and spar Tyson. Well, hang on a minute. Like, firstly, he gets his license to box back in June, yeah, after failing another drug test, and he's not. He's not boxing. You don't need a British boxing border control license or whatever approval to spar, for crying out loud. What do they? He'll be earning a bit of money. He needs it. He hasn't boxed for 2 years or whatever. Yeah. What does Adam Smith? Yeah. Want him to starve to death? I mean, Jarrell obviously hasn't been starving because he's fat. But people are moralising from Adam Smith, and you know what? This is gonna be more important because when I do my expose on Adam Smith, yeah, you'll find out what a real snake he is, what a dirty scumbag he is, right? Yeah, because that's coming out. When I got 1,000 subs, yeah, I'm gonna put it out there. The Adam Smith's expose, scumbag. Anyway, going back to Jarrell Miller and the scum. So the other thing is, so he claims that Usyk has got an injury. Now that would be like 2 months before the Usyk Joshua fight. I don't even think a date's been set, but it would have to be a pretty serious injury. I've had nothing about it, just Jarrell Miller. So, but if it's true, it may be true. I mean, I think they'll probably just delay it. But Jarrell was saying, no, I'll step in and fight Gay J. Huh? And that's game. Obviously, he wants the payday. Now, obviously, they were due to fight in New York, like whatever it was, 3 years ago. And Jarrell Miller really messed up Gay J's head. He intimidated Gay J. Yeah, when he shoved him, it was really hard. And Gay J was bottling it. He was losing his bottle. Yeah, and so then they mysteriously found him guilty of juicing, and they got in a fat boy Andy Ruiz, and his man doesn't bring a sigh of relief, like, yeah, come on, this fat boy's going to get rinsed out. And then we had the hilarity of watching the big bodybuilder get beaten up by the Pillsbury Mexican doughboy. Yeah, it was super night. That was super night. But yeah, there's no way Gay J would fight Miller, even if Miller hasn't boxed. He's got in his head. He freaked him out. Doesn't like it. They can go on about Miller doesn't deserve it. He's done drugs. Now listen, man. Everybody knows that at the top level of all sports, they're all juicing. All of them are juicing. All of them. Yeah, especially heavyweight boxing. Now, You know, Gay J is one of the worst perpetrators of the juice, allegedly. I'll say allegedly because he never failed a test. You know, as if you trust them tests. Now, what it is, Gay J, yeah, he's got friends in UK, by the way. That's another video which I'm going to show. And but the main thing is, you know, he's got experts on his side. They know how to cycle the drugs. They know how to master drugs so they don't come up. He's got a therapeutic usage exemption, which means you can take a lot of testosterone. And he's got an excuse. Oh, I'm low test. Yeah, sure you are, you great bodybuilding giant. Like, you know, although I think he may be low test if what they say about him having a condition like hermaphrodite. You know, there's some rumours. This is another video, by the way, that he's a hermaphrodite. You know, he's intersex. You know, he hasn't got properly formed testes and so on. So it's possible, but regardless, you know, and the whole joke about testosterone, right? So, you know, if you have too much testosterone, you fail the drug test because they're like, you know, this is not possible to have this much test in your body, you know, naturally. But there is a level, yeah, of natural testosterone. I think there's a level. And that a normal man has, right? But they have to have a buffer, okay? Because some guys are just naturally full, you know, got big balls and pumped full of test, and you know, there's big muscle guys with really deep voices. So you have to have a buffer zone, right? But the buffer zone is 4 times the normal testosterone level. Now that is huge, actually. You know, I mean, there might be a few guys with that crazy test, but you know, they're given a huge buffer. So when they test you, and test is the most abused substance, I think, and HGH, because they're hard to, you know, they're not really detectable, you know, in the same way. It's like, yeah, I've got high test levels, but hey, you know, I'm a horny testosterone-filled young man with big balls, right? And they've always got excuse in it. You've got those runners that said, oh, I had a beer and I jerked off, or I had sex 7 times, you know. They've always got an excuse if they got loads of tests. But like I said, there's a huge buffer, 4 times the normal amount. So what you'll do is you'll get a guy and he'll test himself and go, right, you got normal testosterone 1, so you have the ability to go 4 times above. So let's pump you full of tests. They'll pump him full of tests. They go, right, we'll stop you at 3.5 because, you know, that way, just to be sure you don't climb above. Yeah, no problem. And he won't further test. I'm just a freak with big balls, you know. A lot of tests. So there's so many ways to juice up without failing the test. And Gay J is the expert at it, or rather his people are. Yeah? He goes over to Dubai, he cycles, he makes sure he takes the right, you know, depending on testing, you know, he'll alter his juicing strategy. Like in New York, it said he couldn't juice as much or have as much test, and so that kind of freaked him out, and you know, his head was all over the place, and then Big Fat Ruiz, Mr. Blobby, smashed him. That was a great fight, man. So back to the Miller Joshua thing. So, you know, it's just a pathetic clickbait article. I don't know where Jarrell's got this info from. Maybe he's just trying to be like a bit controversial, but it's possible. I mean, if Usyk did have an injury, yeah, serious enough to pull out already, they would just reschedule it. I'm pretty sure. You know, Gay J would not say, "Yeah, let's get Jarrell, that way he can intimidate me and beat me up." And I don't think there's even a date, is there, for the Joshua fight? I mean, Usyk needs. Surely he's going to want some time because he's taking time off training, you know. And he's lost a lot of weight. He looks slim in the pictures, you know. It took him quite a bit of time to bulk up as a heavy. So, you know, we'll wait and see. I don't think the Usyk fight will happen in June, even though they claim it will. Yeah. And I don't think that Jarrell will come in as a replacement for Usyk either. But, anyway, it's the usual clickbait nonsense. But it was just interesting to see how, if there is an injury, you know. What was on in this article? Oh yeah, it goes. Jarrell expressed a desire to finally face Gay J inside the ring, as he declared that unbeaten Ukrainian Usyk is nursing an injury. Though there is no suggestion that the Cat's fight against A Gay is in doubt due to a setback. Now that's weird, isn't it, man? I was like, who's this Cat, man? What are you talking about? Who's this Cat? I was like, I've never heard Alexander Usyk called the Cat. Yeah. And I was about to rinse out the scum and say that's typical poor journalism. You know, they can't even spell the people that write in the Sun. But and I looked on Wikipedia and allegedly it is. Usyk's, what's it called? Nickname, his fighting name, Alexander the Cat Usyk. I've never heard that, man, and I'm obsessed with boxing, yeah? I thought Usyk was one of them dudes that is like, I don't need no nickname. I'm just Alexander Usyk, man. Or Alexander Usyk. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, so I don't know. Has anyone else ever heard the cat? But you know, it was odd. They did get it right, but the modern journalism is just searching the internet and writing something. So that's all this alleged journalist has done. But yeah, the cat. Anyway, hopefully Alexander the Cat Usyk will fight Joshua in somewhere like August, batter him, and then Gay J will be finished and come out and say, "Look, I got something to say. I got something to say. I'm a Battymans, yeah." And currently, I'm engaged to Derek Chisora, which is why he's got that ring. And that'll be fun. Anyway, just to finish this video, say, yeah, he was talking about Usyk getting injured, Jarrell Miller, and he goes, you know what? Yeah, let me tell you, speaking to AJ, your pussy ass promoter Eddie Hearn, punk ass scallywags, come on, Applejacks, let's fight. Let's run this back. I don't know what he means by Applejacks, but Jarrell likes to bully a gay, and a gay is definitely scared because a gay naturally would take the bully man's part, but Jarrell Miller's like 320 pounds or something. Anyway, enough about that clickbait article, but it will be interesting to know what will happen with the Usyk fight, when it's going to happen, when it's going to be signed. I think it's likely to be in Saudi Arabia, that's what they say. But I'm pretty sure nothing's signed, so, I'm not going to get excited. Anyway, peace.